Hey guys, welcome to Velocity Addiction. I'm Rick. Wanted to give you an update on what's going on around here. We got the motor back from Horizon Hobbies to replace the right one that burned up in WarPaint. So that's been done. We set the boat up. I just the stinger's a millimeter lower than what I was running it to see if I could get the nose down a little bit. Maybe see what kind of effect it's going to have on the speed if it runs a little wetter. Last time we had it out, it liked to backflip. But that's all done. That's all set up. But today's a washout in more ways than one. It's pouring rain outside, and I'll show you in a minute. I got a new HVLP gun from Harbor Freight, and painting Project X with an airbrush was a little bit painful. Um, so I went out and bought a HVLP gun, and I'm learning with it. I'm painting chain reaction, and it turned into cake frosting because the gun wasn't set up right. There was oil still in the gun after I cleaned it last night, and it sprayed all over the hull. So I'm waiting for the puddles to dry, and I think I got the setup on the gun right now, but I'm out of paint, so I'm gonna have to wait and sand chain reaction down, get all the runs out of it, and spray it again, and clean all the oil off of it. But I'll show you in a second what that looks like. The East Coast Shootout, I've been working on some things with that. We got one sponsor already, possibly a couple more. A bunch of guys committed to coming out, some from across the nation. So that's pretty cool. We're going to have a bunch of guys to come run here. I don't know the final location yet because of the holiday last week. I wasn't able to get over to the recreation department, but I'm hoping to do that tomorrow and lock the location in. We're not going to be able to run. Well, we're obviously not running today because it's a washout. Next week I can't run because I'm going to be out of town. The following week, though, the local guys here have committed to running at the shootout location if we get the okay to run there, and we'll shoot some video of some boats running at the location, see if we can figure out some things that we need to set up and where trouble spots might be. And that's it. I'm gonna flip the camera around. You guys can see the nightmare that is chain reaction at the moment, and I'll talk to you later. So there's chain reaction. Paint's still extremely wet because it's extremely heavy because I screwed up on the gun settings, and as you can see, it's running off the side of the boat. So I don't know if I had it too thinned out. It's a possibility. I thinned it like I would an airbrush. I probably shouldn't have. I probably should have left it heavier for the HVLP. And you can see the oil that splattered that was inside the gun. So we gotta wait for this thing to dry out and see how bad it really is, and we'll sand it down and start over. I gotta go get more paint because the HVLP gun eats paint like a dinosaur. This side's not that bad, but that's where she sits right now. And I'll give you an update on Project X in a little bit. I'm going to go grab it out of the house because it's inside drying. It's got three coats of clear on it. And I'm waiting for it to dry. It's really humid here. It's pouring rain outside. So I'm going to go grab that out of the house, bring it in. We'll shoot a little video and bring it back into the house so it can dry. But that's Project X. Actually came out pretty cool looking. Need to wet sand it and knock down the high spots in the clear coat and polish it, and then we can start mounting motors on it and setting it up. So I'll be back in a second with that. So there she is, guys. That's Project X. It's been painted, cleared. It's got 3 coats of clear on it right now. I gotta wet sand it and polish it up, but you can see the pearl in the front there. Really came out cool. It looks a lot better in the pictures, I think. But a little wet from walking from the house back out. But that's Project X. Came out really cool with the clear coat on it. Darkened up the gray a little bit. If you remember the last video, I was saying it looked a lot like primer. It was almost the same color as primer. The clear darkened the gray up, brightened the orange up. It really came out cool, and the ghosted name in the front tunnel there really pops with the clear on it. But that's Project X. We're gonna start mocking up motor mounts and stuff for it. I'm kind of waiting. I want to get the other motor just so I can see what the spacing's going to be on the back of the boat and figure out steering for it. But there she is. So I think that's it for this week. Still pouring rain outside, and we'll talk to you next week. I'm going to be working on polishing Project X, and gonna have to sand the hell out of this thing. This thing looks horrible. And probably repaint it. But that's where we're at. You live and you learn. And I think I figured out the settings on the HVLP gun. So next spray should be a little bit nicer looking. It's pretty humid out today too, so paint's probably running a little bit more than it normally would. Definitely looks better in the pictures. But you can see the paint's running down off the hull. So we'll sand it, get the runs out of it, get it smooth again, and then spray another coat of white on it. Not giving up on the HVLP gun yet. But you can really see it running up here in the front. Really ran bad. So that's probably going to be a week or so before that thing dries, just because it's so humid out. And it's such a heavy coat of paint on there right now. This side kind of came out alright, and this was the side that looked pretty messed up when I first started, so we'll sand it down, try it again. So that's it. Talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching.